You see, this is the problem with the media. The problem with the media is their influence and the people that they use as pawns, such as this guy here, LeBron Queen James. This dude is an idiot. And he's just exemplifying that social media hype train as far as these people who just want to jump the gun and not, look at the facts. This dude, LeBron James, jumps the gun, points out an officer who saved the life of a young girl, a young black girl who was going to be killed by a fucking stab wound when it comes to her having a goddamn big ass kitchen knife. The girl that was killed, Ma'Khia Bryant, she had a big ass kitchen knife. She was about to kill another girl, but yet they want to dismiss all that and just sympathize the fact that she was killed by a white cop. We live in a world where emotions trump facts. Feelings over facts. Not facts over feelings over facts. That's the world we live in. Feelings over facts. You see the picture right here on the right where you see this girl attempting to stab another girl. Stab another girl with a fucking big ass butcher knife. Come on, man. Are you serious? And Shannon Sharp goes on TV and says, see, this is why Michael Jordan didn't touch this. No, this ain't why Michael Jordan didn't touch it. He didn't touch this because he understands that this wasn't him. He wasn't trying to be something he's not. Like LeBron James is trying to be something he's not. This doesn't have anything to do with not wanting to touch this because people called you out on your bullshit. People exposed you for a dumbass tweet that you put up. LeBron James is an idiot. Michael Jordan wouldn't put up a fucking stupid ass tweet saying you're next because he want to look good for social media like a bitch, like a female, like a liberal female. Let me excuse myself because not all women do this, but for the most part, liberal women, they do shit like this. And LeBron James has the spirit of a fucking female on him. It's so cringe, the things that he does. He's an idiot. That's what he is, just an idiot. So fame idiot LeBron James now deleted tweet targets officer in Ohio police shooting. You're next. LeBron James is an idiot, and he's someone who's just on the social media hype train. He doesn't walk with a level of conviction when it comes to social change or standing on something. He's just a pawn for global corporations. He's a pawn for Nike, and he's all about contradicting himself when it comes to what he stands on. Because you delete a tweet about targeting a police officer and you point out one police officer and you say you're next, but then you want to put up a tweet and not to clean it up or anything, but just doubling down on your statement by saying, oh, it's not about one officer, but you're contradicting yourself because you pointed out one officer. And then you say, anger doesn't do any of us any good, but it was on you. So don't speak for nobody. Don't speak for everyone. It's just you. Don't say anger doesn't do any of us any good. You were quote unquote angry, but it wasn't like you were angry. You were just emotional like a fucking bitch. And you just jumped the gun instead of doing proper research and assessing the situation and understanding things on a logistic level, because that doesn't matter. Logic tells you, okay, if you see a woman with a knife attempting to kill another woman as a police officer, 9 times out of 10, you're going to draw your weapon and you're going to shoot. And it wasn't like he just abruptly shot the woman. He drew his weapon to let the woman know, hey, relax. But she didn't care. She was still in rage. But nobody cares about the facts. People just care about virtue signaling and emotions. And that's the world we live in. We live under the vibration of the woman. And it's no disrespect. I'm not disrespecting women. I'm just saying for the most part, these modern day liberal women, they think on emotions. They're dominated by the emotions and what they see. That's this world. Everything is just dominated by what we see in emotions. It's no logic. It's no assessing shit. It's just let's react and cry like bitches. But as a man, you should be able to assess things as opposed to getting all riled up. And LeBron James is a hypocrite because at the end of the day, the damn cop saved the black woman from getting killed by another black woman. We would have had another black on black crime case, but nobody talks about that. Everybody just want to talk about the fucking police because it's all agenda driven. They want us to get away from what the real problem is. And not just, so-called black people getting away from what the real problem is, but more so this agenda to quote unquote defund the police so we can have a more anarchist environment, a lawless environment, more crime, so on and so forth. That's the world they want to live in, a lawless environment. You're making it seem like the fucking cops is the villain. We can't blame Trump no more. Trump ain't the damn devil no more because he's not in office. So let's just put this on the cops. Now, every situation that we see when it comes to police killings, we're going to highlight it. It's kind of disingenuous at this point. If you know what you're seeing, if you understand this fucking world, you're starting to see that it's disingenuous. I'm not saying these killings. I'm just talking about the fact that they purposely perpetuate these narratives when it comes to how they highlight it. It's just crazy. Soon as we see a video, oh, white man killed black girl, racist. Oh my God. It's never, let's assess the situation. When it comes to the left wing, you see Fox, they actually assess the goddamn situation. But let me read up on it. It says, as the jury was deliberating Tuesday the fate of ex-Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, another police-involved shooting was taking place in Columbus, Ohio. And shout out to COJ, he touches on the whole esoteric level when it comes to Colombo. And these situations that happen in Columbus, Ohio, they have an esoteric resonance. Body camera footage showed the shooting victim, 16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant, charging at another female armed with what appears to be a knife. An officer shot Bryant 4 times before she collapsed to the ground. She died at the hospital after being taken there in critical condition. You got to ask yourself, as an officer, what would you do in that situation? Either way, the girl was going to die. If she would have stabbed that woman, she would have been shot down. So he saved the woman. I'm not going to let 2 people die. At the end of the day, you're in a critical situation there. What could have you done? Tase the person? That's not going to do any good. She still was enraged. Even when he drew the gun, she didn't care. She still was enraged. So obviously, she was in a state where she didn't know where the fuck she was at. Could have been, And the woman was kicked in the head, the victim. Or the potential victim. She was kicked in the goddamn head. I'm talking about the girl that could have been stabbed. We're basically justifying criminal behavior by just not highlighting the fact that this woman attempted to stab another woman, another girl. It's just crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. Anything to push this fucking Black Lives Matter bullshit, man. All they doing is babying black people, man. It's funny because Candace Owens has said that LeBron James is suffering from black privilege. Black privilege. We've gone from a time where, we used to deem it as white privilege. And now it's apropos that you say black privilege because they pandering to black people. They making it seem as if they fuck with you. They aligning themselves with you and they not. They just pawning you out. So LeBron James is suffering from black privilege because we living in a time where they taking up for black people when it comes to pushing this narrative and using us. I'm not saying taking up for us, in our best interest when it comes to, helping us in any way that's going to be substantive. I'm talking about bullshit. They're lying to you. They're using you. So it's funny that Candace Owens says that LeBron James is suffering from black privilege when, he makes an error and basically doesn't even, apologize or try to confront it in a way where he was sincere. All he was doing was basically, contradicting himself by putting up that tweet saying you're next, highlighting an officer. But then in your next tweet, you say this is not about one officer. It's like, who thinks like that? What kind of mind is that? That's not a sound mind. That's not a man's mind. A man will say, you know what? I was wrong. I didn't assess the situation. I apologize. Instead, you want to say some shit like, oh, anger doesn't do any of us any good. I put down a tweet because of the hate that it caused. What hate did it cause? It didn't cause no fucking hate. It caused people with a sound mind to point shit out, your bullshit out, and tell you, LeBron James, that this is not for you. That's why you should fucking shut the fuck up and dribble. Because you have a big following and you're influencing people with your dumbass tweet. And dumbass people who follow you, they're gonna believe what you're saying. They're gonna believe your bullshit. That's the problem. It's not no fucking hate. It's just rationale and logic, which is something that you don't use because you're a girl. You are a girl, LeBron James. For real, man. This dude is a girl. Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James reacted to the news on Twitter in a now deleted tweet by sharing an image of the officer involved in the fatal shooting of Bryant and wrote, "You're next," while hashtagging accountability. Accountability. But you weren't accountable when you put this goddamn irresponsible tweet up, not knowing the factual information when it comes to what occurred. So what are you talking about accountability? You just want to jump on the hype train because that's what you're about. See, Muhammad Ali, he wouldn't have done shit like this. And then you see Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, they just want to fucking take up for the dude. Like the media is so left. It's so subjective. This is why you cannot trust the media, man. You can't trust these people. You cannot trust these people because they don't slice it, they don't cut it down the middle. They all about just protecting shit, biasness. Skip Bayless, oh, I'm not gonna criticize LeBron James. If this was a white man, you would have criticized him because it would have been easier for you because you know that you got to jump on this Black Lives Matter hype train because the black man is a fucking pawn. The lost black man, I say. You know, Shannon Sharp want to take up for the man and not use your brain and your logic as a man and just for once just say, okay, this dude was wrong. He shouldn't have done that. He was wrong, and that was a human error on his part. You know, but you want to take up for the man. You want to make it seem as if this dude is a saint and everything he do and everything he touches is gold. And then what they want to say is LeBron James apologized. He did not apologize. There was no apology in that tweet, that follow-up tweet. So the media, they just lie. That's all they fucking do. They perpetuate lies. And you would think in the wake of this, them being exposed, that they would at least kind of truth it up. They still lied and said he apologized. He did not apologize. It's just crazy, man. It's so annoying, but you know, it just tells you, you know, that we live in a certain world where things are starting to really come to the fore. The Most High is exposing these people so we can understand what type of time they working on. Because it's deeper than just this carnal level of thinking when it comes to politics and bullshit like that. But let me read on. Police were called to the scene around 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday on a report of an attempted stabbing. The body cam video shows that as soon as police pulled up, a young female tackles another female to the ground, holding what appeared to be a knife in her hand. The girl is then seen charging at another female while raising the apparent knife in the air, at which point the officer fired multiple shots. George Floyd's family's attorney, Ben Crump, referred to Bryant as unarmed in a tweet, which was a lie. As we breathed a collective sigh of relief today, a community in Columbus felt the sting of another police shooting as Columbus police killed an unarmed 15-year-old black girl named Ma'Khia Bryant. As we breathe another sigh of relief, like oh my gosh, it's back to normal because this person was convicted. This person was found guilty. So we can breathe. I can breathe. Like the fucking Las Vegas Raiders said. Bunch of clowns, man. Bunch of fucking virtue signaling clowns. My goodness, man. It's crazy. It's so toxic. So fucking toxic, man. It's ridiculous. Columbus Mayor Andrew Ginther, or Ginther, however you pronounce that, described the whole situation as a tragedy. It's a tragic day in the city of Columbus. It's a horrible, heartbreaking situation. Ginther said Tuesday night, the city of Columbus lost a 16-year-old girl today. Yo, they don't even care about the facts, man. All they care about is white man shoot girl and that's that. Like, did you not see her attempting to stab another girl? This shit is ridiculous, man. It's fucking ridiculous. That's why, you know, you got stations like Fox News, you got certain entities like Outkick, Sports Wars, so on and so forth, to where they point these things out, man. They got to be a buffer between the bullshit because it's so much lies. It's so much lies. And I'm not trying to poo-poo, you know, a person getting killed. But at the end of the day, like, what the fuck are you supposed to do in that situation, man? What are you supposed to do in that situation? As a cop, what are you going to do? You see a fucking girl trying to stab another girl. And you have a gun that you drew. You actually show that you have a gun. It's not like you just took it out and shot the girl. You pointed it first to let the girl know, hey, what are you doing? And then you still try to attempt to stab the girl. Of course you're gonna get shot. The fuck? Oh, she's just a kid. My guy, as far as a father, my guy, you was kicking on the girl head. The girl that the girl that his daughter was fighting, you was kicking on the girl's head. What are you talking about? What's wrong with like this sense of accountability? Like this, like LeBron would have said, accountability. Where is the sense of accountability and logic when it comes to the shit that we put ourselves in? You could have diffused the situation as a fucking parent, but the cop get called and now you want to say, "Oh my God, she's just a kid." Like shit is so backwards, man. Morality is gone. It's obsolete now. Nobody cares about substance any fucking more. Everything is just emotional. Just emotion driven. That's all it is. Just be emotional. Cry like a bitch. Come on, man. It's ridiculous. LeBron James is a 36-year-old, 16-year-old girl. That's what he is, man. He's like a teenager, man. He just has the mind of a social media impressionable idiot. A person that's always on social media and doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And I'm not trying to disrespect the man. It's just pointing out the obvious when it comes to what we're seeing. The dude is being used. That's all he is. He's just a useful idiot. Anger does any of us any good. I guess he was trying to say anger doesn't do any of us any good. And that includes myself. Gathering all the facts and educating does, though. Right? So that's what you didn't do, though. You didn't gather any of the facts and you didn't educate yourself. And you should have put gathering all the facts and educating myself does, though. But this dude is not educated at all. I don't even think this dude finished high school, man. Nah, I think he did, but I don't think he really had a real education because you could tell that this dude is not too sharp. He's really not. My anger still is here for what happened, that little girl. Okay. To that little girl, you meant to put, brother? Okay, what happened to that little girl? But that little girl was attempting to stab another little girl. But you want to just dismiss that, okay? My sympathy for her family. May justice prevail. Okay, whatever. I'm so damn tired of seeing black people killed by police. I took the tweet down because it's being used to create more hate. It's not being used to create more hate. Just say you took the tweet down because you are wrong. That's it, bro. You see what narcissists do? They never want to blame themselves. They never want to be accountable. They never want to hold themselves accountable for what they do. LeBron James is an ultra narcissist, a big time narcissist. And me, bro, I hate that spirit of self-centered and you being so about yourself to the point where, humility is foreign to you. That's a foreign concept. Like, I can't stand narcissistic people. It's one thing for you to be, confident in yourself, but when you just totally lacking self-awareness, that's just, come on, man. You just lost. Like, you're totally beside yourself. You're beside yourself. You know what I mean? Nobody could stand next to you. You're just beside yourself. I'm so damn tired of seeing black people killed by police. Why are you not tired of seeing black people killed by black people, bro? Because when it comes to statistics, as far as the percentages, there's more black on black killings than white on black killings and white police shootings on black people. It's just crazy, man. This is how you know that this dude is just being used to put forth a certain message at the behest of global corporations. It's not about actual social change. This dude is an idiot. He's a fucking idiot. I took the tweet down because it's being used to create more hate. This isn't about one officer. It's about the entire system. And they always use our words to create more racism. No, they don't. This wasn't about no fucking racism. They just pointed your idiocy out. I'm so desperate for more accountability. Yeah, you're desperate for more accountability, but you got to speak to yourself on that, bro. You hold yourself accountable. You didn't hold yourself accountable when you put up that damn tweet. What are you talking about, bro? All you're doing is just making it worse for yourself. This doesn't clean up anything. And you know what they deemed this as? They deemed this as an apology right here. Where is the word apology at in this fucking tweet? This golden boy, man, he's a fucking golden boy. He's just used. He's being used. He's a useful idiot. They love LeBron. They don't want a person that's uttering, sound thought. They don't want a person that's uttering logical thought. They love LeBron because he's stupid. No disrespect, but LeBron is a fucking idiot. And as a so-called black man, we should be pointing things out when it comes to these celebrities that they're trying to use and impress upon our people. Because LeBron James is not for our people. He may mean well, but he's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. For real. He's not for our people. He's an idiot.